Welcome back to Studio K. I'm sitting here with all 5 members of Beemer. It's so great that you're all here. How are you feeling after that performance?
Good, man. You know, we'll take notes and we'll go back to the Beemer cave and yeah, we'll go back in the shed, as they call it, as
Back in the
musicians.
shed,
and,
yeah.
no, I that was really fun, man. Always love playing live and so
Yeah, totally.
yeah.
All my notes are positive, man. I think that was a fantastic,
Thanks,
fantastic performance. Yeah, of course. First things first, can I have all of you introduce yourselves and what you play in the group?
My name is Reese. I play drums.
I'm Hank. I sing and play keys.
My name is Caleb, and I play guitar and sing and did some production on the record.
Yes.
My name is Luke, and I play electric guitar.
My name's Cooper, and I like to party and play bass.
Very nice. Well, I don't know if you all recognize Luke's voice or any one of these people's voice, because they were here about 3 months ago for the Luke Enyart in studio, which is fantastic. It's great to have you all back in a new form, different form. The 3 songs that we heard, they're from your recent release, your self-titled release, Beemer. Is that correct?
Yep,
Cool.
that is right. Yeah, the album came out on June 30th. Yeah.
Of this
So
year. Yeah, awesome. First one you played was Jaws, right? Can you tell me a little bit about that tune?
yeah, Jaws is, you know, it's kind of a nebulous sort of subject. It's really just about like kind of feeling like you want to opt out of the rat race, you know, opt out of the grind set, maybe is a better term for it, and just kind of carve your own lane in life. So Jaws, and it kind of references the movie, you know, Get a Bigger Boat, as in like, you know, people are always shooting for more and more.
Yeah.
And will it ever be enough? I don't know, but I'm opting out.
It's totally. Yeah, well, it takes an interesting turn at the end, because your last lyric, I think, is "I'm dead" in that, right? So
That's right.
that's you opting out. Yeah, I'm dead.
That is the only way to opt out.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm afraid to say.
Totally. Well, after that we had Butter, right? That one's more of a positive tone. I
Yeah.
would say.
I should have told you that we swapped that one
Oh,
out
sorry,
with
yeah.
Bachelors of Youth. That's okay.
Bachelors of Youth,
Well, I emailed you differently. So,
Okay.
yeah, that was called Bachelors of Youth. That song is from the perspective of a girl getting hit on at a music venue and it not going well.
Oh.
And, it, you know, that is my message. That song is my message to all the dudes out there, is to read the room.
Yeah. Quit it.
Yeah, and quit it. Yeah, quit it. Cut it out. Is essentially the message. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I love it. And you ended things off with Sounds Like, which is a lovely, lovely tune. I love that so much. And you're kind of hard on yourself in that one. Can you tell me what's going on? In that
Yeah.
tune?
Oh man. Well, I it's been to be candid, it's been a long journey in developing self-confidence. You know, I didn't go full bore into the music thing like I maybe wanted to back, you know, when I was like, I guess I'm turning 30 this year, which is wild. And then to think about just like 10 years ago, what I would have done differently. And so it's kind of, but it's also kind of an acceptance type of song of just like, you know, leave regrets in the past and embrace kind of the, I don't know, the goofy, accident-prone nature that I have. I'm a klutz, as they call it, and so it's kind of a song about embracing that.
Okay, very cool. Nice. Well, all of your songs, I think, are super strong, both lyrically and musically as well. Can you tell me how the band goes about making these songs?
Yeah, well, this iteration of songs, I honestly had been sitting on a lot of them for a long time, and they just kind of was never. It was that thing of just like, am I ready to do my own thing? Is it good enough? I don't know. But this past, I think it was early last year, we went up to a place in Wisconsin and live tracked a lot of these songs. I think all the songs we played, actually not Jaws, but the other songs we tracked live together, multi-tracked, and that's really how it came about, is kind of rehearsing those songs all together. Mm-hmm. It was really just me kind of bringing the skeleton of the song in, and then I want to just like hand it off to these players because they're incredible. So that's kind of how these songs are written all together.
Totally. It seems, I mean, you guys have had a pretty big year too in terms of releases. You've put out a lot of stuff. Has it felt like like a creative outpour year for you?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, definitely like the levee broke sort of thing.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's time to get all the old stuff out there so that you can make room mentally for writing new stuff, which is honestly where my mind has been for the past like half a year since we put out the album. It's just like, let's now that we know what we sound like, let's see what's next.
Yeah. And so you just released another single, Average Life. Is that leading up to another full-length release, or are you not there yet?
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Okay.
That Average Life was actually taken from that session that we did live earlier last year. It didn't. I don't know exactly how, but Kayla, maybe you want to talk about the development of Average Life.
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, I remember. Well, I've been bugging Hank to make this project a thing for quite a while.
Really? Okay.
And I had him play in my band Aldrich, and I think after we did a single in like the winter of 2021, Hank texted me. He's like, I had this shower thought with much conviction that like this band has to be a thing. And so we had sat down like probably half a year before that already.
Oh, really?
And we had looked at all these like voice memos and demos that he had done, and we just like flagged different ones of like, okay, you should write a chorus to this and whatever. And Average Life was one of the ones that you actually sat down and sang me the entire thing. And so we knew that one just had a hook to it. So we did it on the same cabin trip where we recorded all the songs on the record.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just energetically we kind of left it off the record. It's mostly live. I think it's more live than most of the tracks. Like we didn't do as much overdubbing.
Cool.
But yeah, such a sweet song. So I think we just wanted to have like another kind of punch. It's just something to release after the album.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's an afterthought of this album, then you would say. Okay.
Right. Yeah. It and it was also, we had the album itself, the 9 songs, mixed by Con Davison, formerly of Bad Bad Hats, and this one song Caleb had kind of taken on from beginning to end, and it sounded complete. It sounded like we didn't need another mixing engineer to do anything on it, and it just in the cycle of everything kind of landed later than the album. So we kept on to it, held on to it for content, throughout the year.
Yeah. Cool.
That makes it sound sorry, it makes it sound trivial, but no, it was a sweet song, so I wanted to kind of save it for its own time. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, it's good to keep that stream going too. Just keep
That's right.
putting stuff out.
That's right.
Awesome. Cool. Can you tell me about the name Beemer? How'd you come up with that?
Yeah. That was do you remember we were playing with, this is a question for Cooper. We were playing with this other artist and we did a show at Wheaton College in the Chicagoland area, and one of the dorms someone said everyone calls it the Beemer, and I was just like, I don't know how it was spelled, but I was like, I'm not a car guy, but I am a dormitory guy. I'm not. It just was a name that stuck with me, and I put it in my long notes list of names that sound okay to me at the time, and then that one rose to the top somehow.
That's great. Awesome. So yeah, we were talking about production earlier. Are you two kind of like the main? I mean, you said someone mixed it, but are you two the main producers for this project? Would you say, you and Caleb?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so the process was fun because it was like I was producer engineer for the live sessions.
Okay.
And then kind of just letting I didn't play as much on the recording sessions because I was just like, we had set up a studio in a cabin. So I was just trying to have my hands full with that. And then Hank does like brilliant, just like in the box, soft instrument recording with just like a MIDI keyboard. And so we'd like track these live sessions to kind of catch the vibe and the arrangement and everything. And then he and I would like meet up once a week for, I don't know, half a year. and then once it got to a certain point, it was like, okay, you go into your cave and come out with stuff and then throw it back to me and I'll cut a bunch of stuff out because he's a maximalist. And so that's kind of how it worked, where it was like, he would just throw ideas at the session, and then we'd scale it back. So it made kind of a fun. I don't know. I liked that it was like inspired by the live take. Then he could add all his sauce on it, and then I could peel back to let the live take like the balance of those two things kind of weigh out.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Cool. Well, I've heard about this other producer that works with you, Bud Hootley. Is that his name?
That's correct.
Was he involved with this project?
Yeah, I saw this question coming, and I hate to say that relations are strained between Bud Hootley
really?
and us. Yeah.
What's going on?
He tried to negotiate a 95% credit share of most of these songs, and that was a bit too much for me. So
Yeah,
we had to
I
cut ties,
understand.
unfortunately. Yeah.
So you haven't spoken to him since then?
I haven't spoken to him, but of course we look quite a lot alike,
Right.
so we get mistaken for each
identical
other around
almost.
time. Yeah, exactly. It's a sore subject, but it's the cross I have to bear.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. Was he at your release show? I heard that he emceed your release show.
He did.
He did?
Yeah, he did. And that was the last I saw him.
Really?
Disappeared
Okay.
into thin air.
Yeah, well, his loss, I would say. Yeah, totally. That's awesome. Okay, well, in the vein of content creation, you're great at content creation. That's one thing that sticks out, I think, when I was scrolling through your Instagram. And one thing that I love that you do is you put together these local playlists every so often. I love that you're a champion of the local scene almost as much, if not as much, as we are here at Radio K. So tell me what you love about the Twin Cities scene.
Yeah, man. I am always blown away, and honestly, just if not for just like listening's sake, for like inspiration's sake, to know, who plays in what style, or I like reading the credits or like kind of digging on social media to see who played on what, and I just think that, I mean, maybe this isn't unique to Minneapolis, but just like the more you dig into, this person involved with this project or in this project, I feel like the Twin Cities is just big enough that you have such a wide variety of styles and genres, but just small enough that people can recommend people to each other.
Totally.
So yeah, man, it's super special to me, and so I wanted to make sure to highlight that as
Yeah.
Beemer.
Totally. Are there any up-and-coming groups that you're really excited about that you want to shout out?
Let's see.
I gotta put you on the spot here.
Yeah,
I'm
I know. I should have known this was coming as well. But man, I've been listening to a lot of Ryan Gebhardt.
Ryan Gebhardt.
Yeah.
He was in here too. He's
Yes, that's
fantastic.
right. Yeah, he's excellent. I have to be selfish and shout out my friend Caleb's project Aldrich. Just put out a record as well. But aside from our like little immediate circle, I'm really enjoying let's see, artists like Greta Ruth. She's a solo classical guitarist and singer, solo. She's excellent. Let's see, I was inspired to use the piano today by watching Marvelous Leonardo's session, incredible, with Henry Breen and Tarek. And
that's a super group right there.
yeah,
Very fun.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, their involvement. Yeah, man, lots of groups, and I would love to extend this interview to tell you all about
Yeah,
them, but
totally.
I can't.
Yeah, awesome. Another thing that I saw on your Instagram was your great punch card idea. Do you want to tell the people about that? I really love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. That was shout out to Liz, my wife. She had that idea. We were just walking around, and she, I think, just out of the blue, mentioned a punch card idea, and we rolled with it because I feel like this band is about taking risks, and like if we haven't heard of some strategy of getting our name to the top of people's minds, we grab hold of it. And yeah, man. So that was one that we're still seeing. We're still on the edge of. People have come to 5 shows. They get some sort of reward on their punch card if they get 5 punches, and so those are just rolling in now. We've played however many shows.
okay.
So yeah, it's interesting to see how what people will pick as their reward. But anyway, yeah, that's been a fun idea to implement at shows.
Yeah, totally. Awesome. Well, speaking of shows, I want to give you a chance now to talk about any shows you have coming up.
Yeah. Tomorrow we are playing at Can Wonderland with Twin Citizen. And then I want to, because it hasn't been announced yet, let you know that on December 20th, something is occurring. And that's about as specific as I can be. Although I do hear sleigh bells in the distance. And I'm not sure if that could be related or not. But
Santa's going to be there?
I don't know. I don't want to name drop.
All right. Yeah,
But
oh, my bad.
the big man.
The big man.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
So those are 2 dates
Yeah.
to look out for
Awesome.
that we have.
Cool. And I know you just released something, but any other releases on the horizon?
Nothing right now. Our plan is in January to do another little retreat and start writing again, doing some demos and whatnot. And yeah, man, I think out of that we'll then start recording.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. One final question for you all, and this is for the whole group. I want you all to collaborate on a dream bill that Beemer would be featured on. Each of you gets one band to put on that bill, and it can be dead or alive. The group. I know it's again on the spot. Any group could be any group. Doesn't have to be local.
This is Cooper on bass, and I would add Hall & Oates because I think it'd be a great addition to a Beemer bill.
Nice.
Great opener for us, yeah.
Yes.
He's an up-and-comer. Michael McDonald. He would also be a nice opener. We can give him a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Caleb's processing. I think it only makes sense then to add Steely Dan to this list. Yeah. Are we? There's no way we're headlining this, but
Oh, you are though. Yeah.
this is insane. This is insane.
Harry Nilsson.
Very nice.
Coming back from the dead?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is Dreamland. You can do
We'd
anything you want.
resurrect him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with maybe a slightly weird one, but I feel like we would fit Oingo Boingo.
Ooh. What a
Yeah.
bill. This is crazy. This is fantastic.
Yeah, this would be such a long show.
I know it's a festival. It's a festival. So
Yeah.
yeah. The next Lollapalooza maybe.
Right.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you for your answers. I really appreciate you coming in today, Hank of Beemer. Anything else you want to say?
No, thank you so much for having us. Yeah.
All right, cool. We're going to kick it back to the booth for some more local music until 5 p.m. Please stick around for it. This is Radio K, Real College Radio.